Hey guys, welcome back. Let's talk about 2021 recap. One of the things I learned this year is the importance of consistent persistence. A quote I heard from Think Media that resonated with me is commitment is the foundation of all achievements. And when I think of one of my highlights of being the release of new products, including my new art book, I created the first prototype, a small physical mock-up, in March of 2019. And I released a digital mock-up of the full size in May of 2021 this year. And I didn't fully grasp what was involved in publishing a book. So by the time I had the actual test print in hand was in October 2021, so only a couple months ago. Just to say, if you have an idea, don't give up on it too fast, because a lot of times it takes longer than expected. It usually involves several iterations and patience for the idea to come fully into fruition or development. Some other products I made were desktop calendars that were plantable, as well as regular standard stock, and magnets and keychains. And through all these productions, I learned two things. One, I realized why most people outsource for production and assembly. And two, I really enjoy small batch releases. And I know a lot of business coaches and entrepreneurs ask, how is your business scalable? It needs to be able to scale. And I understand that from a growth perspective. Yet at the same time, I feel like traditional art is not really geared towards mass production. One hand, I understand you need to be scalable to grow your business, and the other, I really enjoy the high quality, uniqueness and craftsmanship of small batch productions. So for 2022, one of my goals is to figure out a way to balance and do both. Another highlight this year was YouTube. I created most of my YouTube videos this year, I think except for two. I took an online course. I met some great people, including Zoma and Matt. I will link their YouTube channels below. And I learned so much about video editing, content creation. I had no experience doing this before, and I still have a lot to learn, but it's been such a great process. So I'm currently working on my very first annual review for 2021. I came across this idea first on Ali Abdul's channel in 2020. And I got started, but I wasn't really motivated, to be honest, with COVID and everything at that time. But I want to give it another try. I will link to his Notion template below. If you haven't heard of Notion, it's a free productivity app where you can customize and schedule, plan out your year, your months, days, as well as projects. It's really great. It's been so helpful for me for this year. I will link that below as well. And I also came across a PDF resource from Monk Journal, and I'm going through that too, and I'll provide all the links below. But basically, all these resources help you to reflect on the past year and think of what you learned so that you can plan for the new year 2022. So let's talk about 2022 goals. I've heard of goals categorized in two ways: input versus output, or internal versus external. Basically, what you have control over and things you can take action on, versus usually the results which you don't necessarily have control over. Some of my 2022 goals are taking action on ideas that I thought of in 2021 but didn't necessarily get to or develop. Some of them I already have the supplies for example, my ceramics. I got a small test kiln in the summer, but I haven't tried it out yet. To be honest, I'm kind of scared that it's going to blow up or catch on fire. But I think once I figure it out, that would be something fun to experiment with. Also, to use my Cricut, I did a massive Cricut haul couple months ago. I will provide a link up here and down below. And I have some ideas with screen printing, embroidery. I have done embroidery products before, but they do take a lot of time, so I took a break and I'd like to pick up on that again. As far as content creation for YouTube, I'd like to make one video per week and one completed drawing per week. So at the end of the year, I'll have 52 videos and 52 drawings. I'd also like to focus on self-care. I feel like that's something that's fallen wayside for me since quarantine. So regular physical exercise, spiritual development, as well as intentional times of rest and having more concrete stop times of working throughout the week. I also want to reconnect and connect with people that connects with my word of the year love, just to check in on people and see how they're doing and creating opportunities for deeper friendships and relationships. I feel like it's been hard with COVID and we are still in COVID times, so social distance and taking all safety precautions, of course. Another goal is to finish some things I started in 2021, online classes as well as books. And last but not least, to be more consistent with social media, to have an actual schedule. I feel like so far I've been just posting whenever I have something to post or I feel like it, and I like to be more intentional about that. So those are my internal goals so far. External goals, as far as social media, I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers by December 2022. That does seem a little ambitious considering I'm under 100, but I'm just setting that out there. And for Instagram, I'd like to hit 600, and for TikTok 300. So I feel like those are pretty ambitious for me, but not completely out there. So we'll see. So I hope you take some time to think back on 2021 and feel free to take advantage of the resource links below and to set goals for 2022. And feel free to share in the comments below or tag me on Instagram what your goals are for the new year. My next video will be on breaking down goals to monthly, weekly, and daily actionable steps so that they are measurable and achievable. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, keep creating.